it do, squad? It's your boy Geek Samurai, and welcome back to another episode of Geek Samurai TV. On this episode, I want to talk about The Boys, Season 2, Episode 6 that just dropped. Now, it's crazy that we get into this now because this is where, now we get to the part in The Boys where they're trying to infiltrate this psych ward or the psych facility because they want to get more information on what Vaught's doing. I think his name is Stan Edgar, played by Giancarlo Esposito. This dude is trying to create Superman in this facility. He is trying to create Superman that will take over the world. And who's going to rule it? Stormfront and Homelander. So the boys, Mother's Milk, you got Huey, you got Starlight, who finally got the chip out of her neck. I thought that was cool, how Frenchie just cut her open and took that out. We're going to get into Frenchie's character too. We got Billy the Butcher. Everybody get into this caravan and they're driving over to the facility to see what is going on. What information, what things can they find to dig up dirt on Vought to expose them and get rid of these soup terrorists. But that's Vaught's ultimate plan. They want to create Superman, soup terrorists as an army, take over America and get back their country. And Stormfront, or we should call her Lady Liberty or Liberty. We find out in this episode that she's actually a Nazi. And she was married to Frederick Vought, who is the founding father of the Vought Tower. He's the one that created Homelander. It's crazy. It's crazy how it comes full circle. She married freaking Vought, and now she found Homelander, and now she's madly in love with him because she lost Frederick Vought and she lost her daughter. Because I don't think freaking Stormfront can ever age. I don't think she can ever get old. I don't think she can ever, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how that all turns out. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But listen, what I want to talk about in this episode is so hilarious. Is freaking, I call it Eminem Mother's Milk. When they were in the security room and they locked themselves in there, the med room, I should say. They got out of the security room. When they were in the med room, bruh, and you see Lamplighter, we're going to talk about Lamplighter soon. Lamplighter, Frenchie, Kimiko, and Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk was by the door. All of a sudden, I'm thinking it's a hand that busts through the glass and starts choking Mother's Milk. It was one of the soup terrorists' dick. His power is to have a really elongated boner. His penis elongates. It extends. It extracts. Whatever you want to fucking call it. And it was choking the bitch out of him, man. Mother's Milk was getting tossed. And it looked like the shaft or the penis was about to go around his mouth, son. I was like, bruh, what is going on, son? Get out of here. Miss me with that. Bruh, that got me, son. That got me. That part of the episode, I was like, yo, are you serious? And then Frenchie's like, yo, we should, don't be so close-minded. We should tell Billy the Butcher about that. Hilarious. That was the funniest part in the whole freaking show. In this episode, that was hilarious, bro. Oh, mother freaking milk, son. Now we want to talk about Lamplighter. Now, if y'all don't know who Lamplighter is, it's played by Shawn Ashmore. And this dude, bruh, I've been a fan of him since I was a little boy. Now, if y'all never heard of a TV show called The Animorphs, that's where he debuted. It was like maybe 3 seasons or 4 seasons. I don't even remember. But the Animorphs is where children, these little kids, they can morph. I used to have the books. They can morph themselves into freaking animals. Whatever is their spirit animal, that's what they could turn into. And they would go around and try and save the world and try and save their families. Oh, I love the books and I love the show. It was so freaking good. I wish it never canceled. Animorphs was that show is near and dear to me. I used to have all the books. I used to read all of it. But yeah, Shawn Ashmore. He also played in the X-Men as Iceman. He was the one that was in love with Rogue. So now we get him as Lamplighter in The Boys. I like how they're introducing these new characters. Lamplighter, he's like Pyro in the X-Men universe. Fox X-Men. He's like Pyro. He always carries a little lighter. And his powers is to project that fire and burn everything. He used to have this big torch. They showed it in the show when he was in the 7. He was going to parties, to movies, to red carpet premieres. He had a big ass torch. This dude is powerful, son. I was like, bruh, what is good? Shawn Ashmore, this dude, I go way back with this dude, and to see him still in doing comic book movies and stuff like that, I'm proud of him, man. To go from an Animorph, where he can morph into an animal, to being Iceman, to being playing with fire, dude, he's hitting all the elements, man. He's hitting all the elements. He just needs earth and water and air. Well, he did water already with Iceman. He just needs earth and air. But yeah, man, he's a strong, powerful character. So in this episode, he actually has history with Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Billy the Butcher, and the Colonel that we meet later on. The Colonel Mallory, she's the one that hired him to be a puppet, a guinea pig for the boys, to go in and infiltrate Vought, be their, test subject, be their guinea pig, do whatever they want. Because they want information. The Colonel wants information, so does Billy the Butcher, on what they could do to shut down Vought. Now come to find out, Shawn Ashmore's character, Lamplighter, he was supposed to kill Billy the Butcher. That's what Vought wanted him to do. But he ended up killing the Colonel's kids or grandkids. He killed 4 innocent children, calling for their mother. So it was her kids. She is never going to get that back. And she has hold this grudge against Lamplighter all this time. So Lamplighter volunteered after they found him again, and Frenchie opened up, Lamplighter's like, why didn't you stop me if I was going to kill the kids? You were tailing me. Why didn't you stop me? Because Frenchie had to leave Lamplighter. He couldn't tail him anymore because he had a best friend who was overdosing. He had a best friend and of course, a hooker. They were all part of their own little clique. Those were his closest friends at that time. But way back then, it was like 5 years ago, before present day and that time. So he had to go and help his friend. His friend was okay, but he ended up overdosing again later on down the road. Crazy. So that's why Lamplighter killed those kids. But Frenchie never knew that, and he just had a grudge against him all those years. So it was great to see that. It was great to see, I thought the Colonel was going to kill Lamplighter, but they're going to use him again. I think they're going to use him again to try and really take down Vought. Stan Edgar got to go down. Giancarlo Esposito, his character got to be taken out because he has Homelander under his thumb and Stormfront. And I feel like he's the true mastermind of Vought and what they're trying to do. Now we get to some characters like A-Train meeting up with the Deep. Now he's going to be part of the Church of the Collective. The Church of the Collective is going to try and help him get back into the 7. That's what it's all about. The Deep and A-Train are trying to get back into the 7. It's crazy. We'll see how it goes. But this episode was great, man. And now, like I told you, we found out about Stormfront. She tries to kill all those other psychiatric super freaks because they weren't the Supermen that they had hoped. So she tried to go kill all those people. Now we find out that she's a neo-Nazi. And now she and Stormfront, she and Homelander are in love. She showed all the pictures to Homelander. This girl is Lady Liberty. I mentioned that earlier in this video. They are madly in love now. Homelander will never be alone because he loves Stillwell. Now that he killed her, he's alone. And Becky doesn't want nothing to do, Billy the Butcher's girlfriend or ex-wife doesn't want anything to do with freaking Homelander either. So Homelander's alone. So now he has his counterpart. He has his partner in crime in Stormfront. So I'm pretty sure they're going to wreck shot in the next upcoming episodes. This is a great episode, man. I thought the last episode of my review, I said that was my favorite episode. This has to be my favorite episode, man. We got so much. We got so much backstory between Lamplighter and Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Billy the Butcher, and we met this Colonel character. And now we get our backstory even more. It goes even further with Stormfront. I don't know, man. I love Stormfront, man. Yeah, she's racist or whatever, but that don't bother me, man. Her character is deep. She's the first successful Vought injection experiment. And I'm telling you, she could do everything. She could shoot lasers out of her ass. She could fly. She has superhuman strength. She could do it all, man. And Homelander is her yin to her yang. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes, we could talk about Huey this episode, but Huey was pretty much knocked out because he had a laceration in the right side of his abdomen. So where Starlight and Billy the Butcher had him hospitalized, cauterize the wound, get him to the hospital, seek help. He has to get all the rest. So Huey wasn't a big factor. But we got to talk about this chick, though. Last thing I want to talk about. We got to talk about this chick, man. Her powers, she got the buzz cut. I don't know her name. But her powers is OP. She's telekinesis, man. She uses her hands to move objects, to manipulate objects. Dude, When Lamplighter blew up her door and she came out of that freaking prison, when she came out of her room, bruh, and she took that freaking psychiatric staff member, all she had to do was just use her hands and crush his whole body, exploded, bruh. What the shit? She is so freaking powerful. And when Stormfront tried to electrocute her to kill her, she did not kill her. That bitch still alive. She hitched a ride, and now I don't know where she might be going to Vought. Who knows where she's going? She might be going back home. I want to know more about her character. I love Supes. I love mutants who have powers like Jean Grey, Emma Frost, who have telekinesis, Professor X. Their powers are freaking amazing, and it's untapped potential. They could go even. Do y'all know how strong Jean Grey is? She's my favorite. Not just because she's a redhead. She's my favorite, man. She's a level 5 mutant. Stage 5 mutant. Omega stage 5. Like, she is the most creme de la creme, the most powerful mutant ever. And I want to know more about this Supe terrorist or this mutant or whatever her name is. I want to know her backstory. I hope the next episode of The Boys, they tap into that, man. I hope. Because, bruh, this episode was fantastic. And I'm looking forward to the next episode, squad. All right, y'all. I want to give you my review on this episode. What an amazing episode, man. We got so much backstory, so much history. It goes back to 5 years. What a great episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Did you like this episode? Was it one of the strongest episodes for you? Was it not? I thought it was great. I want more, man. I just want more. I'm tired of them doing these 1 episodes a week, man. I need more. Give me more. Come on, Amazon Prime. Be like Netflix, man. Just binge everything. Because sometimes you're going to get these episodes that are not that great. And if you're releasing them one episode a week, we're going to be like, yo, now I have to wait a whole nother week, a whole nother 7 days to get more episodes. Come on, squad. All right, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all got my full review of this episode. Go watch The Boys. If you ain't got nothing else to do this weekend, put that joint on. Follow your boy over at Twitter at Geek Samurai TV. That's my handle over there. That's where I'll be if I'm not over here. Like, subscribe, and share the Geek Samurai. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.